After all the work and all the miles,
Get that train rolling, man.
all the sign-filled shows and sold-out seats. Now it's all about to change. Are you ready?
It's not often that the Chief Content Officer, Paul Triple H Levesque, is here on Raw. He must have some major news to share.
Well, let's hear what the game has to say.
As you all know, we've been building a new era in WWE, a direction that's bolder than anything you've ever seen before. But to forge this path, we need talent who can rise to the occasion. Whether that's someone who's already here or an outsider ready to step in and lead the charge. Who is going to be the superstar to lead us to that next level? Well, we're going to answer that question starting next Monday on Raw with the WWE Draft.
The WWE Draft kicks off next Monday. That's huge news.
Raw and SmackDown GMs Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis have decisions to make that will shape the future of WWE. Now, I know I'm supposed to be impartial, but as a Chief Content Officer, I'm going to drop a couple of hints about who I think will be selected #1 overall and become the leader of this new era. This individual is going to be a force in the men's division for years to come. I've seen his potential for greatness already as the top star of another promotion. That's right, I think you know who I'm talking about. They could be the next AJ Styles, the next Jade Cargill, or better yet, carve their own path to lead the new era of WWE. It all starts at the draft when we take the next step in WWE's revolution.
The CCO just alluded to the fact that we might have a rival promotion star going #1 overall.
Oh, I can't wait for draft night.
Hello there. So nice to finally meet you. I'm Troy Simpkin, seasoned and esteemed WWE producer.
Hey, Troy. Nice to meet you, too.
We are so excited for your arrival in WWE. And by the way, I've heard how things are handled where you're coming from, and this is going to be a breath of fresh air. Nothing but professionalism on this side of the fence.
Don't believe everything you read online, but that's good to know. So, what's the plan?
We want your impending debut at the draft to stay top secret. So to keep all the internet sleuths guessing, management thought it would be a good idea for you to compete for another promotion one last time. So, where do you want to go?
I think a match on the US indie scene would get people talking. Can you book me in TBD?
Sure thing. Just don't get injured. And a win would be nice. We'd look like idiots if our big free agent lost before their debut.
Got it. I'll take care of business.
Oh, one more thing. Make sure you look good on draft night.
What are you getting at?
It's just that in the past, WWE superstars had to wear whatever we told them to for their non-ring attire. And as much as I miss those days, that's no longer how it works around here. It's a new era with fewer restrictions. So you can wear whatever you want.
So I can dress how I want to dress? I assumed that was the case, but thanks for confirming.
All right, we better wrap this up before any looky-loos start pulling out their phones. Safe travels, and we'll see you soon.
Hey! It's been a bit. How have you been?
Busy. Good to see you again, Jade. You've been on one hell of a run in WWE. Not that I'm surprised. When we worked together, I always knew you were destined for big things.
I appreciate that. And from what I'm hearing, you might be following in my footsteps.
Maybe. You never know where I'll show up next.
Really? Because I just saw you talking to a WWE producer. But if you don't want to say, I respect that.
Thanks, Jade. See you soon. Maybe.
What a huge night we have on Raw with the start of the WWE Draft.
And it just got even bigger. It's the hottest free agent in wrestling.
Will they be the #1 pick?
Thanks for taking the time to answer a couple questions before the draft. I know you just got here and must be getting pulled in 100 different directions, so I'll try to make this quick.
No problem. And it's Kathy, right? Good to meet you.
You too. Well, you've competed all over the world and most recently were a star for a rival company. What personality traits led to your success?
Simple. I'm not afraid of a fight. I pull no punches and I won't back down. I guess you could say I'm the bold and brash type.
I think you'll fit in well around here. What can you say about the rumors that you'll be selected #1 overall tonight?
I don't have time for internet gossip. All that matters to me is what happens when the bell rings. If I go #1, that just means there's a bigger target on my back. But I live for that sort of thing. So just bring it.
Well, I know you're busy, so I'll let you go for now. Thanks again, and good luck with the draft.
Good to see you.
Hey, boss.
You feeling okay? I know it's tough. New surroundings, big expectations, especially with everything lined up tonight.
I'm ready, but I'm actually a little disappointed it's just a draft, and I don't get to punch someone in the face.
Hey, it's WWE. You never know. I've got to get going, but you should be proud of everything you've accomplished to get here. You've earned it. See you out there in a bit.
It's time to kick off the WWE Draft.
Thank you. But tonight is not about me. It's about launching this company in a new and exciting direction. And that all starts with the announcement of the top overall pick. So let's not wait any longer. With the first pick in the WWE Draft, Raw is honored to select the future of WWE.
There they are, the #1 pick in the WWE Draft, and wow, it's a good one.
Talk about making a splash. Adam Pearce got himself a generational talent.
We heard all the rumors, but seeing this play out now really lives up to the hype.
Good luck topping this SmackDown.
Stand by, there's some kind of technical issue here.
Talk about ruining a moment.
What the heck?
Who was that?
Oh, where's security?
Can someone explain what just happened?
Okay, got it. The draft will continue after this break.
First of all, I'm sorry about what happened out there. We're working with the authorities to get to the bottom of it, but Hunter says it seems like it was just a random, unstable individual.
Is this how things are handled over here in WWE? Maybe I would have been better off staying where I was.
I assure you that's not the case. You're in good hands with us.
So if it was a random person, what was with that stuff on the Tron?
I wouldn't assume the two things were connected. Could have been unrelated technical difficulties. Either way, I don't think it's anything to worry about. Better to focus on the positive and move on.
I'm focused on kicking someone's ass. Don't care who it is.
Perfect. I'll set up a match for you next week on Raw, and it'll be against a local competitor you'll be sure to dominate. After that, no one will be talking about what happened tonight.
Hey, you all right? I'm okay. I know we didn't cross paths too much at our former workplace, but it's good to see a friendly face here. Anyway, it's wrestling. On to the next thing, right?
Listen, I know management wants us to brush things like this under the rug, but I'm not sure it was a one-time event. Besides, how does some random person get access to the Tron?
That's what I said.
Look, if I were you, I'd keep your head on a swivel. I'm just speculating, but this could be the start of something bigger.
I agree. I'll be ready if and when something happens again.
That attack came out of nowhere. Are you okay?
Hey, Troy. I'm a lot more angry than I am hurt.
That's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. The perfect way to blow off a little steam.
You got any idea who was under that mask? Because that's who I'd like to get my hands on.
I do not. However, since I got promoted, which was definitely based on merit, not because Roman Reigns landed on me at WrestleMania and Triple H felt bad about my numerous injuries, I've been put in charge of booking the matches for our live events.
Congratulations?
You should be congratulating yourself, because I've got my eye on you to be the main attraction for our next big tour.
I appreciate it, Troy. But I'm focused on figuring out who jumped me, and then enacting some very disproportionate revenge.
That's exactly why you should compete in some live event matches. It's the perfect opportunity to sharpen your skills and max out your abilities. Trust me, you won't believe the kind of rewards you'll get with live events.
Fine, Troy. Next time you have a live event opportunity, hit me up.
You're the best. Thanks so much. You'll find me waiting for you when I'm ready to book the next bunch of shows.
Can't wait.
What a gut-wrench powerbomb. There's two.
What a resounding victory here tonight for the #1 pick.
I agree, Byron. That was pure domination.
The hell? Not this again.
It's the same attacker from the draft.
Where's security? Come on.
I guess he's taking matters into his own hands.
Good, I'm sick of this.
And this time, they're not getting away.
The masked assailant is regretting this now.
They might not be masked for much longer.
Is that Tony D'Angelo from NXT?
Not surprised with his track record.
We're going to go to commercial while we sort this out.
That's enough! Sit down and stay there.
What are we gonna do with him? We're going to get some answers, and we're going to get them right now.
You have no idea.
You better start explaining real fast before I beat the truth out of you.
The new era has arrived.
I know you're known for these types of attacks, but why did you target me? Jealous that I was the #1 pick and you weren't even drafted?
It's not always about you. It's about us. Them. All of them.
Who is them? Your goons? The family?
Lardan.
I think I've had about enough. We'll settle this when you face me in a match next week. Now get this attention-seeking mafia wannabe out of here!
So you got the bad guy, huh?
Well, looks like it.
I know Triple H and everyone is telling you this is over now, but I still think there's more to come.
I think so too. I don't think D'Angelo would do this on his own. Whether it's his family or someone else behind the scenes, there's gotta be other people involved.
Exactly. And the entire roster should be on the lookout. I know I will be.
In position and now muscling up their opponent. Crucifix bomb. That could be curtains for Tony.
2. This is more than a win. The #1 draft pick can now move on and focus on bigger goals.
Good riddance to Tony D'Angelo and whatever this was all about.
Now what? Is that Charlie Dempsey?
What the hell is going on?
That's certainly Gigi Dolan.
Trick Williams from behind. What is happening?
And now Tony D'Angelo's recovered and joining the NXT champion. Clearly D'Angelo wasn't acting alone in all of this.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a common theme here, guys. We got to get some help out here.
This is a full-on invasion.
And the invaders are all from NXT.
We need help back there, right now.
Adam Pearce is trying to intervene.
Nikita Lyons with a chair.
And Pearce goes down too.
The NXT Unity Tag Champions have taken out CM Punk.
And Charlotte gets nailed too.
This is insane.
Please, somebody, anybody, do something.
We are under siege.
It's Bayley and Kevin Owens.
Finally.
You can't just come in here and do this without repercussions.
What the?
Bayley and KO are part of this? Are you serious?
What are we witnessing?
If you couldn't tell, this is a mutiny. Current and former members of NXT have united under one cause. We will no longer stand by and be treated like third-class citizens.
Members of the board, do we have your attention?
We will not stop until NXT is the one and only brand left standing in WWE.
I'm just about speechless.
We've just witnessed pure anarchy.
It was a mutiny, Saxton. Bayley said it herself. Unbelievable.
Well, it's over for tonight at least.
Who really knows at this point?
I might be out for a bit after what they did to me. But the second I'm back, I need revenge on the NXT Unity Champions and every single person involved.
I'm with you.
Good. But don't forget I warned both of you that this would happen, and no one listened.
I was wrong. I know. But this isn't the time to point fingers.
Yeah, it's the time to start listening to me. No one around here can be trusted. No one. This could go all the way to the top. Who created NXT and would stand to benefit from all this? Yeah. Chew on that for a minute.
Look, I've already spoken to Nick Aldis, and we're gonna work together to fight back against this NXT mutiny. Raw and SmackDown are a united front. But we need a leader. I drafted you #1 for a reason. I know you can step up to lead the charge.
After what they did to me, I don't need convincing. But what are we getting ourselves into? You heard what Punk just said about Triple H.
As usual, Punk's way out of line with that comment. I've been working side by side with Triple H the past few weeks to figure out what's been going on. There's no way he has anything to do with this.
I don't know what to believe at this point. I do know Punk was right about being careful who we trust, though.
I know. It seems like Bayley and KO have convinced most of NXT to join them along with some other big names from our side. And we have to assume that any other NXT alumni from Raw and SmackDown might be one of them.
Then it sounds like we need to find someone from outside of WWE who could step in and join the fight against NXT.
You got someone in mind?
I do. I know just the person to turn the tide. They're from the Indies.
Okay, but how does that prove they're not secretly working with NXT? How do you know we can trust them?
We grew up together. When you know someone for that long, there's a trust that's been built up for years.
All right, sold. After you get them on board, let's talk next steps. And don't wait too long. We need to move fast before this NXT mutiny strikes again.
You came all the way here to an indie show to see me? Must really be desperate for help against NXT.
Isn't fighting a rebellious mutiny exactly what lifelong best friends are for?
I thought they were more for exchanging birthday cards and the occasional random text. But maybe we could branch out.
Not to mention the fact Mutiny keeps adding top names, so I can't really trust many people in WWE right now.
So you're saying I was your only option? I see how it is.
Best and only option. So what do you think? Will you do it?
I've been ready for an opportunity like this to step up from the indies. I'm in.
Great. We need to get started right away.
Okay, just hang on a minute. I do have one more match obligation to fulfill here tonight. Then we'll get started.
We are going to kick some mutiny ass.
Haven't changed a bit. So, this is how #1 draft picks live, huh? Nice.
The tour bus is nice, but more importantly, it's private. We need this space to talk strategy, since who knows who might be listening backstage and feeding information to NXT.
Good point. What about the GMs, though? Can we at least trust them? Adam Pearce was messaging me the other day.
Yeah, Pierce and Aldis are vetted, and they've given us full authority to counter the NXT mutiny movement. CM Punk will be helping us too once he's healthy, but for now, it's just us, so we need to figure out our first move.
Whenever I was in a tough situation like this on the indies, I learned the best path forward is to focus on doing what I do best, which, in my case, is being scheming and calculated.
Well, since you just basically dropped everything to come in here and help me, it's only fair you take the lead on this. What do you think we should do?
NXT is going to be ready for you to strike back, but they don't know I'm on board yet. We can use that as a tactical advantage.
How so?
We're going to hustle them, embarrass them, and when it's all over, walk out with their precious intergender NXT Unity Tag titles.
I would have just wanted to go invade them right back, but I'm intrigued. How are we going to pull this off?
I know a guy who can get me into the Performance Center.
First things first, you're going to explain just how the hell you got in here. The Performance Center is official NXT Mutiny territory now.
Chase got us in, right?
That's right. I'm Chase. Used to train here a few years back. Still think I got a raw deal. Before that, I was a popular minor league mascot named Ribby. Ring a bell?
I have no idea what you're talking about. So you just walked right in? I don't get it.
Well, I still had my old badge. Plus, it helped that I kept in touch with Todd, the security guard. Good guy.
Freaking Todd! This really is his last strike. Anyway, I'll deal with him later. Why exactly are you here?
We're here to show Mutiny just how great me and Chase are. If you want to take down Raw and SmackDown, you need to sign us.
Is Shawn Michaels still here? What about Corey Klein? I'd like to give them a piece of my mind. They really missed the boat on old Chase.
None of them are here. You're dealing with me, okay? NXT Mutiny signed me to be their top producer, and I can't have outsiders showing up unannounced on my watch. My bosses would not approve.
I told you this was a bad idea, Chase. Let's just go to SmackDown or Raw, where they recognize real talent. Their GMs have been blowing up my phone nonstop.
Wait, they have? You know, it just so happens that the NXT Unity Tag Team Champions are training here today and need some opponents. So if you two think you're Mutiny material, go prove it.
You won't regret this.
Just remember, if this works out, who gave you the big break. Now excuse me. I need to go fire Todd.
We weren't ready for that match, Troy, but I promised the outcome would be different with more time to prepare.
Speak for yourself. I was fully prepared.
I'll handle this, Chase. So, what do you think about a rematch, Troy?
I think it's cute you think another match would turn out any differently. But you've given me a great idea. If you want a rematch so bad, why not do it on NXT? So the entire world can see your big debut and how talented you are.
Thank you. I accept your offer of a rematch on NXT.
Perfect. The Unity Champions are gonna look great. And Bailey, KO, and all my new bosses here at Mutiny are gonna love it. Thanks for doing me this huge favor.
Anytime.
And this is definitely not the pairing we were expecting.
I had heard that the #1 draft pick and their partner here tonight were tight, but I didn't expect indie wrestler Chase to be pushed aside.
I don't know who's more surprised, us or Lexis King and JC Jane. They planned for a cakewalk and instead got a match against one of the best WWE has to offer and their debuting partner.
Let's see what else the challengers have up their sleeves as they battle for the Unity Tag titles.
Walking up here. Oh, poke to the eyes.
That seems to have really gotten him. He could have an eye injury.
Nonetheless, the match continues.
JC eats a clothesline.
But Lexis King with the belt shot.
And the referee never saw it.
The champions are going to retain.
Wait, foot on the ropes.
Is that the wrestler Chase who is supposed to compete tonight?
Credit to the challengers for throwing NXT off their game.
Hold on, spear on JC Jane.
Looks like his eye's okay.
Or at least okay enough.
Setting up for some kind of double team move.
And down onto JC Jane with the cover.
That'll do it. We officially have new Unity Tag Team Champions.
We just witnessed amazing teamwork from these two, and it paid off with not only a title win, but a major victory in the war against Mutiny.
And don't forget the assist from Chase.
Mutiny shocked the world with their invasion a couple weeks ago, but now, taking their Unity Tag titles that they held in such high regard is a shot across NXT's bow.
I have a feeling this is only the beginning between these two sides.
I saw what you did by pulling a fast one on NXT and winning their Unity Championships. Clever.
Thanks. I don't think you've been introduced to the newest team member in our fight against Mutiny. We've known each other since we were kids.
I know all about you. Welcome to WWE. But I do have to remind both of you, I've decided to remain neutral in this whole issue with NXT. I'm too close to it. So this isn't our fight. And besides, when it comes to competition, it's not just a catchphrase. It really is what's best for business.
We understand your stance, but we don't have to agree with it. We're going to do everything we can to stop Mutiny.
And if that happens, great. But if Mutiny comes out on top, then we'll pivot in that direction. It's what we do in WWE. We're constantly reacting and evolving. It's how we succeed. So like I said, good luck. But I can't support one side or the other until this is all over.
Welcome back, Punk.
Looks like I missed out on all the fun. That was impressive how you tricked them into defending their Unity titles. And then walked away with them, too. Well done.
Thanks. I guess that producer Troy was fired by Mutiny for his screw-up and is now groveling to get his job back with us. Good luck with that.
I have to admit, I'm a little jealous. You got your hands on the Unity champions after what they did to me. But I'll get my shot sooner than later.
I know you will. Which leads us to our next move. We've spoken to the GMs, and we think the best strategy is to divide and conquer between Raw and SmackDown.
At least Aldous and Pierce have our backs, unlike old Triple H. Convenient how he continues to sit on the sidelines, isn't it?
We spoke to him, and he insisted it's what's best for business. I guess we have to take him for his word at this point.
In any event, if we split up, we'll have coverage on both brands to fight off any mutiny attacks. I'll be headed to SmackDown.
And I'll be focusing on Raw. What about you, Punk?
I think it makes sense for me to float between both brands to help keep an eye on things. There's a lot of top names jumping ship, and I'd like to use my influence to put an end to that.
Sounds like a solid plan. Which brand should we focus on first?
What the hell's going on around here today? All the suits look like a donkey kicked them in their tender bits.
That is a very specific analogy, but the reason everyone's upset is Mutiny is creating their own title, the NXT Mutiny Championship.
Why should we care? It'll go right down the memory hole with the multiversal Infinite Championship and every other fake belt in history.
We're already bleeding superstars to their side. An NXT Mutiny champion gives them even more credibility. I tried to get Triple H to stop them, but he hasn't even returned my call. If Mutiny keeps gaining momentum, I'm on track to be the last GM of Raw, which is a distinction I'd prefer to avoid.
I'm not looking to be your last #1 draft pick either.
What can we do at this point other than sit back and watch?
My partner and me took their Unity belts. How about I go down there, win their made-up tinfoil title myself, and show them exactly what I think about it?
That's borderline nuts. We're in a war, and you'd be walking behind enemy lines without any backup.
I don't need any backup.
I can't officially sanction this, but it sure would make an impression. And if somehow you pulled it off, it might turn the tide of the whole war. You sure you want to do this?
Let's roll. I'm going to walk into Mutiny's house, put my feet up on their couch, and serve them a case of frosty Stone Cold Steve Austin style whoop-ass.
Hell yeah.
Mark Coffey getting ready for a battle against Nathan Frazier.
I hope they tear each other apart.
What the hell? One half of the Unity champions just tossed Nathan Frazier aside like a sack of wheat.
It looks like the Unity champ is going after Coffey next.
And the referee is going to let this one go. We have a new matchup, guys.
What we have is a fight. Mark is out. That's it.
Cover! Coffey's been defeated, but apparently that isn't enough for the WWE loyalist.
He's kicking Coffey right out of the ring. It looks like the Unity Tag Champ has something to say.
Everybody in this building knows I go where I want to, when I want to. So when I heard Mutiny was getting big ideas about making up their own title, there was only one place I was gonna be. And that's right here in NXT Mutiny. I just obliterated 2 of your guys, and I'll do the same thing to the rest of your damn roster if I have to. Because that mail order belt, I'm taking it just like me and my partner took the Unity titles. So go ahead and...
You knew this had to be coming.
Kevin Owens is one of the leaders of NXT Mutiny, and he has heard enough.
When you came out here like a tough guy jumping people from behind, I thought about sending the entire locker room out to smash you like the tackling dummy that you are. But I have a better idea. See, I'm not going to let some WWE poster boy ruin our show. You want this mail order belt that's about to become the most valuable prize in the business? Then all you have to do is compete in our main event tonight. A qualifying gauntlet match.
One of the biggest superstars in WWE is going to main event NXT Mutiny in a gauntlet match.
And if he wins, he'll have a shot at being the first ever NXT Mutiny champion.
Hey, you. My name's Psycho Sally, and
I don't want to hear one word from any of you traitors. What's wrong? Too afraid to mouth off now that we're standing face to face?
I thought you didn't want to hear one word from any of us traitors.
Well, it is kind of boring out here in the parking lot. So might as well say your piece.
I was just going to ask if you're hungry. Catering is really good tonight. There's even cake!
If Bailey and Kevin Owens think I'm walking into some trap right before I run your little gauntlet...
Wow, you seem really mad. Are you more of a pie person?
Look, I don't know you, Psycho Sally. This isn't personal. But you're a soldier on the wrong side of a civil war where you're the bad guys.
The bad guys? Call me crazy, but I seem to remember you and your partner in crime pulling off a real bait and switch. You hustled us to take the Unity titles right back to the company that fought creating them for years.
After Mutiny declared war on WWE and attacked our whole damn roster.
Mutiny has a lot of people who used to be on your roster. Makes you wonder what they see and you don't.
The only thing I see is that I'm fixing to take that pretend belt your side just made up and turn it into scrap.
Every belt is pretend until people agree that it's real. You sure you don't want some cake?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Wesley is in serious danger.
2 count.
Gets the elimination and the win.
Here is your winner,
If NXT Mutiny holds up their end of the bargain, this man will be competing for their new championship.
I think we're going to see a trap spring any time now because there's no way Kevin Owens and Bailey would let that happen.
I'd question your strategy with all this Mutiny title stuff, but I kind of feel like you're making it up as you go along.
You ever known me to do anything different?
I know you also didn't have a plan when you decided to climb Old Man Thompson's tree, and we had to call the fire department to carry you down. Not a great look.
Oh, sure. Bring up my childhood trauma.
Hopefully you're triggered enough that you actually give some thought to what you're doing.
That was a long time ago. I've refined my improvisational technique.
Beating everyone up is only a technique until you lose a fight.
We got ourselves a real simple solution then.
Yeah, you just have to keep winning. Here's the thing. Doesn't this all seem a little easy? Mutiny could have jumped you, but they didn't. Not to mention this whole mystery chamber twist. Something's up.
Trust me, if they have something planned, I'll be ready for it. The price is worth the cost. We got the Unity belts. I take this new title off the table, Mutiny doesn't have much left after that.
Your mind's made up, so this is a losing argument. Good luck down there.
No way Wolfgang recovers from that.
2! He survived the gauntlet, he survived this Mutiny mystery chamber, and now he's not only one half of the Unity champions, but the very first NXT Mutiny champion.
Mutiny's leadership cannot be happy.
I don't like to compliment Mutiny, but that is one nice-looking championship.
Guys, what's the new champ doing? Is that a sledgehammer?
This might be a short-lived run for that championship.
I think you're right, Cole.
He's destroying the brand-new NXT Mutiny title.
Not only that, but he's sending a strong and clear message, Cole.
Look at that. All the work that went into it destroyed by the very first champion. You'll love to see it.
If you're on Team WWE, and I am, maybe this is a sign of things to come. Maybe we are one step closer to the destruction of Mutiny.
We can only hope.
Wow, what a statement. What an incredible victory for WWE. First, you basically steal the Unity Championships. Now you destroy our first ever NXT Mutiny Championship belt that we didn't even give a damn about in the first place. That's right. You never wondered why we didn't come out and stop you from wrecking our title? Or why we even gave you the opportunity to win it in the first place? Or why when those mystery pods opened, that it wasn't some big WWE superstars who had jumped to Mutiny? It's because you played right into our plan. Not only did you spend 2 weeks spiking our ratings, you wore yourself out, showing us exactly who the weakest links in Mutiny's chain were. And now, we've cut them out. So thank you. You managed to make Mutiny that much stronger. Maybe next time, think twice before you barge in here with a head full of steam and no real plan. Or better yet, don't think twice. Seems to work out better for us that way.
That's the way you make an impression. Bust in through the front door and make them choke on their own egos.
I appreciate it, but the way KO spun things didn't make it feel like a win.
Come on. You walked into their house, beat half their roster, and turned their fancy title belt into shrapnel. Kevin Owens was just spinning.
She's right. If I had to guess, they didn't expect you to go rampaging through like a bulldozer. KO made all that up to save face.
They could have jumped me at any time, but they didn't. They put a bunch of scrubs into the chamber match. Hell, Psycho Sally came out to the parking lot to offer me some cake. Makes me wonder.
If they created a title because they knew you couldn't resist going down there to win it, sacrificed a bunch of their own guys just to see if they could hang with you, then baked you a cake? That seems a little egocentric.
Well, when you put it like that.
We should talk about what's next. I spoke to the GMs, and you're going to defend your Unity titles at WWE Payback.
Mutiny maneuvered their way into a title match?
No, you'll actually be facing Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins.
Might be nice to take a break from battling Mutiny.
Exactly. And since you're facing a team from our side, there's no chance of the titles going back to NXT.
We don't plan on losing either way.
Even though they're not directly involved in the match, I still think Mutiny might try to interfere. And since we all know that Hunter and the board won't do anything about it, I'll be in your corner to watch your backs. Deal?
Sounds good to me.
Amidst all this NXT Mutiny chaos, there's one thing that's been catching our eye. Piquing our interest, if you will.
Don't get us wrong. We are Team WWE all the way. We support anyone who's fighting the good fight. But two of our teammates have something we want. The Unity Tag Team Championships. And now, we've been given the opportunity.
And who better to hold the Unity titles than an actual wedded couple? That's real unity. Unlike the current champions whose bond is that they grew up together. I grew up with a lot of weirdos. Doesn't mean they'd make a good tag team partner.
But don't worry, after we relieve you of your titles, all will be well in the world. You can get back to focusing on Mutiny, and everyone can rest easy that the Unity titles are still safe and sound with Team WWE.
One last thing. CM Punk, we hear you're gonna be in the champ's corner. We don't need anyone in ours, since we have each other.
But don't try any funny business out there, okay? Or we'll send you right back to the hospital.
Keep those belts nice and warm, champs. We're coming for you.
And then quickly the cover. 2. Got it! And they stay atop the tag division.
Here are your winners, and still the NXT Unity Tag Team Champions, Osborne and Hannah Stone.
They've done it. A well-deserved victory against tough competition.
And it's more than a win. This match is a reminder of what everyone is fighting for. Not just championships, but a break from the Mutiny chaos and a glimpse of what WWE was, and hopefully will be again soon.
That was a big win. And having you out there must have scared Mutiny off, punk.
Yeah, thanks for the backup.
No problem, but I do have some bad news. Mutiny didn't hit us in the ring because they were busy poaching our roster. I just found out that Shinsuke Nakamura, Shayna Baszler, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa all jumped ship.
Damn.
It's definitely a blow, especially since we don't seem to be getting anyone from their side to join us. Just when we thought things were going well, right?
We've been here before.
We have?
Yeah, this reminds me of when we first became friends. We dominated the neighborhood kids in just about every game there was. Tag, hide and seek, kickball, you name it. Until the Andersons moved in. 5 kids, all super athletic beyond their years. They took over. But you didn't get discouraged. And before you know it, we were beating the Andersons' strong and agile butts.
And the Andersons are Mutiny in this analogy?
Yes. It's why I knew you were the right person to come in to help us take them down.
You're right. We can't let this stop our momentum.
I hate to interrupt here, but we need to figure out what's next. How are we going to counter Mutiny getting stronger?
Sorry, we got a bit off track. Which brand should we focus on? Keep in mind, if I go to Raw, I only have live event matches lined up.
I have to say, it's nice to have someone else around here who's still taking the threat of Mutiny seriously.
Yeah, do people think just because we took on Seth and Becky that the issue with Mutiny is over?
I think they're too afraid to admit they're staring into a brewing storm. But that's where things stand. Nothing I can do.
So we wait while NXT plans? Come on, Aldis. I thought you were the GM.
I am, but my options are limited on what I can actually do. The board is sitting on their hands, which means they're sitting on mine too.
I didn't show up here to walk down memory lane with an old friend. We need to be proactive. Is everybody just waiting around to get attacked?
And hoping it won't happen to them. It's been a while since the initial invasion. People are starting to get complacent, I guess.
Where's a Mutiny invasion when you need one? Those initial massed attacks really lit a fire under the roster.
Exactly.
Do you know what happened to that mask Mutiny used during those first attacks?
It's sitting in my desk drawer. Why?
No reason. Listen, I've got something I need to do, but let's talk later.
Sounds good. Keep fighting the good fight.
Oh, I will.
Zoe Stark looks to make a statement here on SmackDown tonight.
From behind!
Looks like Mutiny's making a statement of their own.
Uh-oh. Look at it! No official needed here, as it looks like they've settled it themselves.
Did you see what happened earlier tonight? These random masked Mutiny attacks starting up again. It's unexpected.
I did see it. Firsthand, actually.
What aren't you telling me?
That it was me. I attacked Zoe Stark under the mask. Think about it. A new Mutiny attack reinvigorated and united the roster. And Mutiny can't deny this one without looking like they're too scared to take credit. It's foolproof.
Nothing is ever foolproof. But it is clever. And dangerous.
You know what? I got a taste of calling the shots when we went after the Unity titles, and it worked. I wasn't gonna sit back and be on the defensive anymore.
Maybe you have a point.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to stoop to their level and stir up trouble just for the fun of it, but sometimes you have to embrace the chaos to be heard. And that's what I'm doing here.
Just make sure you don't get caught if you do it again. And you should definitely do it again.
I plan to.
Liv Morgan looks ready for action.
Look out! It's that Mutiny masked attacker.
Into the steel steps.
I can't believe Mutiny's struck again.
Uh-oh. Look at this.
Knockout victory. This one is over.
Where'd you come from?
I've been standing right here staring at my phone.
Sorry, I'm a little on edge. These attacks, they're relentless. I've been patrolling backstage non-stop.
Well, at least the roster has come together, right? Wasn't that what we were hoping for?
Yes, that is nice. But honestly, I haven't had a full night's sleep since this started. It's taking a toll. They even broke into my office and stole back that Mutiny mask. If they can get in there, they can get in anywhere.
Relax. I've got a match in a couple days with a member of the Mutiny crew down at NXT. I'll look around. Maybe I can even steal the mask back.
You're going to NXT? Alone? The way things are escalating, I wouldn't put it past that masked attacker to target you, especially on their turf.
Thanks for the concern, but we need to show we're not intimidated. Besides, I have a feeling I'll be okay.
All the same, judging by what I'm hearing, it won't be hard to find some support I can send with you. Let me see what I can do.
Thanks. I'm sure this lone attacker will definitely stay away if I've got some extra muscle behind me.
Yeah, but that's what's bothering me. The whole lone attacker thing? Ever since they announced themselves, they've been striking in packs.
Maybe they've changed their tactics.
Maybe, but something feels off. Like a piece is missing. And I'm going to find it.
Let me know if you find anything.
I will. Good luck in your match.
And here's our superstar from SmackDown, and she didn't come alone.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Manchester, England, one half of the NXT Unity Tag Team Champions, Hannah.
It's over, all in a nice work.
Here is your winner, Hannah.
We might be at NXT, but everything's coming up SmackDown. Huge win as these superstars stood up to Mutiny.
They've shown that unity and courage can overcome even the toughest threats. This could be a turning point in the fight against Mutiny.
Over the past few weeks, we've witnessed a series of unsettling attacks, but tonight, we may finally have a breakthrough. Nick, can you confirm the rumors that new evidence has emerged regarding the identity of the masked attacker?
I can. After a comprehensive search here at SmackDown tonight, we've made a significant discovery. The Mutiny mask used in the attacks was found inside one of our locker rooms. That's right. These atrocities were perpetrated by a SmackDown superstar, someone we considered one of our own.
Are you able to reveal the name of the superstar you believe carried out these attacks?
Yes. It pains me to say this because of the trust I had in this woman, but it appears that our masked attacker is none other than Naomi.
You're saying that Naomi has been a double agent for Mutiny?
Sadly, it is unquestionably so.
Stunning information that I'm sure will send shockwaves through the WWE universe. Thank you, Nick.
That was an unexpected turn of events.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. The mask was in my locker, not Naomi's.
Well, here's the thing. When I heard Aldous was on a locker hunt, I panicked. I couldn't let you get caught, so I grabbed the mask from your bag and I ditched it. I don't know how it ended up in Naomi's locker, though.
Whatever happened, Naomi got caught in the crossfire. And the only people who know she's innocent are her and the two of us.
Sure, but I have a feeling Naomi's gonna end up joining Mutiny anyway. She might as well at this point. Once again, Mutiny gets stronger. Unless you want to try to convince her she's not alone.
I can't just watch Naomi go down for something she didn't do. It's not right. I'm not stupid enough to come completely clean, but I can at least give her some support.
Bold move. Let's see how this plays out.
Covering their opponent for the win. She wins! She wins!
Here are your winners, Naomi and Anna.
With that win, Naomi and her partner might just assuage some doubters. It's a big step towards clearing her name.
Absolutely, Byron. Victory like this speaks volumes. Hopefully it starts to mend some of those fractures within the roster.
Remind me to never get on your bad side around Halloween.
Yeah, you had both sides fooled with that mask. Reviving the concern about mutiny just when everyone was getting complacent? You shook things up.
Actions speak louder than words, especially from a masked attacker. And we needed to bring people around to our side.
And you did. Even when things went off the rails with Naomi, you pivoted. Seems like most people are willing to accept that neither of you were involved, and it was mutiny all along.
And Naomi probably feels like she owes you one for having her back.
I might be the only one in WWE who knows for sure that she's innocent. Well, us three, I guess.
Our lips are sealed.
Yes, they are.
Hold that thought. My phone's blowing up with some big announcement that Triple H just posted on social media. Let's watch it.
For the past 2 months, the WWE board has kept a close eye on the movement known as NXT Mutiny. As previously stated, we've taken a stance of neutrality. Our position has not changed, but I'm here to announce there will be a clear and definitive end to this conflict at Survivor Series. It will be Raw and SmackDown on one side, NXT Mutiny on the other, squaring off in a best-of-3 series of matches to determine the fate of WWE. If Raw and SmackDown win, they can return things to normal and decide to punish NXT Mutiny for their uprising. If NXT Mutiny wins, WWE might look a whole lot different. There may not even be a Raw or SmackDown anymore. We are prepared for any outcome because this truly is a new era of equal opportunity. I have one more announcement. Before Survivor Series at NXT No Mercy, there will be a special preview match for the Unity Tag Team Championships. On one side, it will be the current champs, and on the other, the former champions from NXT, Jacy Jayne and Lexis King. So Raw, SmackDown, NXT Mutiny, when it comes to Survivor Series with the future of WWE at stake, are you ready? I said, are you?
I'm so sorry for interrupting Triple H's big announcement, but I have my own to make. It's not going to be Jacy Jayne competing in the Unity title match, because we're initiating Freebird rules, and I'll be stepping in to make sure we take back what's ours. In fact, taking back the Unity titles is just the first step in taking back all of WWE and getting rid of the dead weight known as SmackDown and Raw. See you soon, dummies.
Are you serious? You know, it's one thing for Hunter to stay neutral, but now he's giving Mutiny a legit opportunity to take control of WWE? This guy's playing favorites. Hell, He might even be one of them.
Who knows at this point?
Fine. If Mutiny is doing Freebird rules for the preview tag match, then so can we. I want in.
You sure that's the right move?
I never got revenge for getting put on the shelf by the Unity champs. This way, I'll get my hands on Lexus King and the traitor who sent them after me.
Okay, you could take my place in the match, but I'll be out there in your corner to watch your backs.
Deal.
All that matters is we defend the titles. We're gonna need all the momentum we can get as we head toward Survivor Series.
Agreed. So let's not lose.
You ready for this, Punk?
I've been waiting for this since the moment all this Mutiny stuff started. So yeah, I'm more than ready.
Not gonna lie, I'm jealous you two are going to get your hands on Bailey. Oh, I was looking forward to hitting her with our whirlwind splash.
At least you'll get to see Punk and I nail her with it from ringside.
I guess that'll do.
Let's stay alert out there. We're heading into enemy territory. Knowing Mutiny, anything can and probably will happen.
Got it.
All right, let's go put some idiots in their places.
Irish whip from Punk on Bailey.
And Punk follows it up with the knee.
And he nails the Bulldog. Vintage CM Punk.
This looks like it could be all over.
And there's the tag. We've seen the defending champs win matches with the whirlwind splash, and now it's CM Punk's turn.
Wait, what?
Did that just happen?
I can't believe this. CM Punk has sided with Mutiny?
This can't be happening right now.
It's over. We have new Unity Tag Team Champions, all thanks to the shocking turn of one CM Punk.
And now CM Punk is directing Mutiny to attack the former champions. Punk was friends with these two. They trusted him. This is sick.
Honestly, with Punk's track record, we should have seen this coming.
We thought he was one of the leaders of WWE. I don't get it.
You're not the only one.
We could be witnessing the beginning of the end for WWE as we know it.
I hate to agree, Corey, but with CM Punk on their side, Mutiny now has all the momentum leading into the most important Survivor Series ever.
We are headed for dark times.
I've never been one to run from controversy. In fact, some people think wherever I go, I'm the source of it. So let's talk about why I'm here and how it happened. Buckle up. This story begins before I ever returned to WWE. Raw was in Chicago and my old friend Bailey invited me to stop by. Before I was asked to leave, Bailey and I reminisced about her time in NXT, which gave me an idea. If I was going to sign another WWE contract, sure, I wanted a main event WrestleMania, but that wasn't enough. I wanted to create real, permanent change, a legacy. After I signed, I went to the PC and met the men and women there. They had all the talent in the world, but once they left NXT, they were at the mercy of the corporate overlords who didn't give a damn about their stories, their abilities, or what they had done to get to that point. Year after year, NXT would build stars only to have them stolen by the so-called main roster and then tossed aside. If NXT management wasn't going to do anything about it, I was. NXT was the voiceless who needed my voice. With Bailey on board, we recruited Kevin Owens and the NXT roster and we started a movement. Powerful and permanent change. A legacy. And now with Triple H and the board's blessing, thanks, Paul! We not only have a seat at the table, but the chance to smash that table to pieces. It wasn't easy getting to this point. Friendships broken. Lies were told. Sacrifices had to be made. The night of the big invasion, I had to listen to the start of my own revolution as I lay on the concrete floor pretending to be a victim. All I could do was smile on the inside, knowing that my mutiny had begun. As that mutiny unfolded, I even had most of the locker room and the WWE Universe thinking Triple H was on our side. Crazy, right? Or is it? Unfortunately, for the plan to work, I couldn't be upfront with certain individuals. Namely, the now former Unity champions. I sent you on a fool's errand to run yourself ragged going after a made-up NXT Mutiny title that we didn't give a damn about. Oops. Sorry about that. Who do you think put the Mutiny mask in Naomi's locker, huh? You thought it just magically transported its way from the trash can? It was me, you simpletons. You two grew up together, right? Maybe just quit WWE now and go back to whatever hellhole town you're from. Find your safe space, because it's not here. Maybe someday you'll understand why I did what I did. But for now, just know that it was for the greater good. When Mutiny reaches its endgame, I will leave WWE not only better, but entirely different than it was when I arrived. And that's a change that was long overdue. So anyone else out there who's on the fence, I implore you to do what's right and get on board the NXT Mutiny Revolution now. Because after Survivor Series, you do not want to be on the wrong side of history.
I wanted to get the four of us together after everything that happened with Punk. How are you two holding up?
We're okay, but definitely didn't see that one coming.
No one did. Punk had us all doubting Triple H. Turns out he was just trying to divert attention away from himself the entire time.
Ugh. I haven't felt like this since the year we both moved away from our hometown.
It was really tough at first. You spend every day with someone and then all of a sudden they're gone.
But ultimately, you must have figured out how to stay friends despite the distance, right?
Yeah, it was hard and took a long time. But we realized even though we didn't see each other, we still had each other's backs.
Well, I don't think we have a lot of time, unfortunately. But maybe you can use that experience. You don't need Punk. You never did. You have each other.
I guess you're right. But even though we have each other, we still need help if we're going to defeat Mutiny at Survivor Series.
I know you couldn't trust anyone in the locker room before, but now you don't really have a choice. And besides, in the time since Mutiny formed, certain individuals have proven their loyalty to our side. We should start there.
Keep in mind, these superstars will compete for us in the best-of-3 series. Everything is at stake, including our livelihoods and the future of WWE. So choose carefully.
Which brand do you want to go recruit first?
I'll start on Raw, talking to superstars from the men's division.
Okay. You have our full support.
Hey, we haven't had the chance to talk since everything happened with Punk. What a shame. If only Becky and I had won those Unity titles from you.
What difference would that have made?
Punk would have been too scared of us to make that kind of move, and WWE would be in a much better position right now.
Punk made that move because he was scared of me and my partner. You know, the team that beat you and your better half.
Okay, look, we're on the same side here. And we're playing checkers while Punk is playing chess. Not to mention rewriting history. He just proclaimed Big E as the first NXT champion, inspiration to current champ Trick Williams and the real architect of NXT.
Wait, Big E's with Mutiny now?
No, Punk's just using his name to rile me up. First NXT champion? That's me. And architect of NXT? Punk is slapping my legacy in the face.
So, this is about your pride getting hurt. And I thought you were actually here to fight for WWE, not just patch up your bruised ego.
Why can't it be both? I'll tell you what, I'm heading to NXT to put on a show and remind everyone who laid the first brick. We need that kind of fire and history in our corner at Survivor Series. I've got the plan and the passion. Let me bring that fight to the best-of-3 series.
You want in on Survivor Series? How do I know you'll still be committed after you've gone and made your point at NXT?
Because I had an issue with Punk long before all this. I won't get tired of fighting him anytime soon. And I might be fighting my battles, but I'll also be winning us the war. So what do you say?
I sure wouldn't mind seeing that personal fire turn into something we could all use to burn Mutiny down at Survivor Series.
Perfect. I'll head to NXT to turn up the heat. I want Punk to know that I'm the architect of Mutiny's collapse.
I'll be watching.
Well, if it isn't the NXT Mutiny Welcoming Committee. Where's my gift basket, KO?
What are you doing here, Seth? This isn't gonna turn out well for you.
Relax. I just thought Mutiny could use a history lesson. I'm the first ever NXT champion. I even have my original championship belt to prove it.
That old thing. We've moved on, Seth. Clinging to the past doesn't change where NXT is headed now.
It's not about clinging to the past. It's about setting things right. Mutiny might be trying to rewrite history, but this belt and what I built here can't be erased. I started this brand, and if necessary, I can end what Punk's turned it into.
End it? We're already way more than you can handle, and we're getting stronger every day.
Stronger? No. Bigger? Yes. Mutiny's bloated. But I'm not worried about the extra bulk you've added. It's the quality that counts, and Mutiny is sorely lacking.
Oh, really? Well, I'm sure Punk would be more than happy to let you take on our current NXT champion, Trick Williams. The new and improved versus the old and removed.
Cute. But why stop there? See, Mutiny thinks small. I think big. Me against Trick, both of our championships suspended above the ring in a ladder match.
Fine, but you just made a huge mistake.
Did I, Kev? Or maybe you did. Because now I will climb that ladder and remind everyone about the real NXT that I built.
The champ is down, and Seth's got a clear opportunity.
He's gonna do it.
He's climbing the ladder.
It's CM Punk. Where the hell did he come from?
And he's got handcuffs.
Punk wasn't content to just stand by and watch.
To borrow a phrase, business just picked up.
We're not going anywhere.
Oh, the architect is handcuffed to that ladder. He has no chance to win this match now.
Punk had a plan for this match all along.
This is hard to watch.
If Seth came down here to Mutiny's home base looking for a fair fight, he's a fool.
A fool who can only look on helplessly as Trick Williams is about to walk away with Seth Rollins' original NXT championship.
I can't believe this.
And there it is. Trick Williams has grabbed the belts in a match where Rollins was outnumbered.
This isn't a victory to be proud of.
The record books won't show how, only who. And tonight, it was all NXT champion Trick Williams.
This is a sad night for the history of NXT.
Let me talk to you, Seth. Look at you, walking back in here to Raw with nothing but a story to tell. You're lucky all you lost was your old belt down there in NXT.
It's not just about the belt. Mutiny is running wild, and nobody's stopping them. They're tearing apart everything I built.
Hey, you know, you're not the only one with fond memories of NXT, man. Everything I've achieved, it basically started there. And I get it, man. It's tough watching Mutiny destroy everything like they are.
Especially when the board seems more than happy to wait until Survivor Series and hope for the best.
Right? It's like they're a bunch of dummies just watching a ship sink and hoping it'll suddenly start floating by itself.
I'm not willing to let this place and my legacy disappear.
Well, charging in head first didn't exactly pan out last time, did it? Maybe you need a new strategy. And some help.
Maybe I do.
Let's make sure you understand that I'm telling you the man they call the Megastar's willing to have your back in this fight, right?
Yes.
All right, good. And don't you mean... yeah?
I mean, yes. But let's do it.
Okay, then let's show Mutiny whose game this is.
And it has busted him open.
Major win! That'll change his career tonight! Here are your winners. The team of Seth Rollins and LA Knight.
Seth Rollins and LA Knight have done it. A little payback, a tremendous victory, and possibly the start of a powerful new alliance.
This team could really shake things up, Michael. Everyone, except Mutiny, is going to be thrilled if these two keep teaming up.
Now tell me that wasn't the sweetest taste of payback. Man, chewed them up, spit them out, flushed them down the toilet. You know how we do it. Yeah!
You're right. You reminded me of my Shield days. Always ready to throw down, always having each other's backs. There's nothing like it.
Then why'd you guys ever hang up those vests?
Long story. But maybe it's time we break them back out. Interested?
At reforming the Shield? Yes.
Don't you mean, yeah?
Well then, yeah. And first order of business, I'll tell you what, let's go down to Orlando, march right in, Shield style, and get your original NXT belt back.
Yeah.
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 Yeah! Wait a minute. The Shield was a trio. Don't we need another guy?
You're talking to the architect. You don't think I already have someone in mind?
The Shield is reborn with Seth Rollins, LA Knight, and Sheamus. What a stunning return.
The following contest is a six-man tag team match. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 725 pounds, the team of Seth Rollins, LA Knight, and the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus.
Absolutely shocking. No one expected the Shield's comeback, especially not CM Punk. And to do this at NXT? Oh, what a statement.
Yeah, with Survivor Series on the horizon, the Shield's timing couldn't be better. This could shift the balance in the ongoing war against Mutiny, tonight and beyond.
The cover, is it in? They got the win. That is a huge win here tonight.
Here are your winners. The team of Seth Rollins, LA Knight, and the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus.
A huge win and an even bigger reminder to all of Mutiny why the Shield was such a dominant force.
Some of the faces may have changed, but the results have not. This new Shield is just as formidable, and Mutiny is left wondering what just happened.
So I guess congratulations are in order. Seth Rollins, LA Knight, Sheamus, the new Shield, or whatever you're calling yourselves. You got one over on Mutiny. Big deal. And Seth got his precious belt back. I'm a man of my word after all. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Because in the grand scheme of things, what did you really win? A piece of leather and metal? Bravo. You walked out with the same thing you walked in with 2 weeks ago. Just a little ego boost to carry around. So, good job. But that's all you have, Seth. An old dusty prop. Because I will never recognize you as the first NXT champion. You and your gaudy sequin suits are an embarrassment and the antithesis of everything Mutiny stands for. You might have won a battle, but you're far from winning the war. Mutiny isn't just about titles or recognitions. It's about changing the landscape. So enjoy your little victory, because next time, we won't be playing games. Mutiny is here to stay, and we're just getting started.
Man, reforming the Shield with LA Knight and Sheamus? For once, Punk got hit with something he didn't see coming.
About time. And you know he was steamed when you walked out with your title, Seth.
Punk can say what he wants about me leaving with the same belt, but we did more than that. We showed them we're not backing down. And now, we've got 2 more warriors in this fight. LA Knight and Sheamus are fired up and ready to take Mutiny on.
That's what I like to hear. More allies means more firepower.
The Architect strikes again with a winning strategy.
Let's hope so. We need to make sure we come out on top at Survivor Series. What's our next move?
I'd like to hang around here and get some more work in. We can't leave anything to chance.
Smart move. Just don't take too long. We need one more ally to fill out our side.
I'll take care of that on SmackDown.
Sounds like a plan.
Hey there. I was gonna give you a hard time about losing the Unity belt, but I don't have the heart. A betrayal like that had to suck.
Thanks, Becky. It's mostly just my pride that aches at this point, which is why I am going to take all of Punk's away at Survivor Series.
That's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. Nick Aldis told me you and your partner were in charge of recruiting Team WWE. I want in.
Oh, wow. Becky, you are literally a legend, so I don't want you to take this the wrong way.
But there's a mountain of responsibility on your shoulders, and you want to make sure you're making the right call, because if you screw this up, it's pretty much the end of WWE as we know it.
Sounds overwhelming when you put it that way.
Well then, how would you like to walk into Survivor Series knowing you're facing a mutiny that's already broken?
I would like that very much. Tell me more.
Before Punk stuck a knife in your backs in a way he never could have if Seth and I had been the Unity champions.
You're a real peach.
The whole world thought Bayley was the puppet mistress pulling the strings of this mutiny rebellion. And as you may have heard, she and I have a bit of a history.
A bit? You were part of the NXT 4 Horsewomen together. You and Bayley don't just have history, you have mythology.
Exactly. Nobody knows Bayley as well as I do. And I'm sure that going from revolutionary leader to CM Punk's second fiddle has got to be driving her mad.
And you want to use that to drive a wedge.
Not only drive a wedge, I can drive Bayley all the way back to WWE.
That happens, Mutiny doesn't walk into Survivor Series. They hobble.
Exactly. I know just how to get under Bayley's skin, too. My next match, she's gonna see me do all her moves better than she does. So you give me the green light, and I'll go to work.
I think this is an amazing idea, Becky. I just don't want to jump into a decision this important. Can you give me a little time?
I hear you, but my match is coming up, and that's going to be the best time to get Bayley's attention. You better make your decision soon. There you are. You make up your mind about me joining your Survivor Series team and trying to split Bayley off from Mutiny? I've been itching to break out my finest tribute moves.
If you can split Mutiny's core and bring Bayley back home to WWE, you're not just on our Survivor Series team. You're the linchpin.
Linchpin. I'm the punter around these parts. That's gimmick infringement.
If you're gonna steal, steal from the best.
Flattery will get you everywhere. All right, let's see if I can get my old pal's attention.
Waistlock. Kick connects, hooking it up. Spiked with a rose plant. This could put a stop to Nia.
2 count. Becky Lynch got it.
Here is your winner,
Becky Lynch just defeated Nia Jax with a Bayley to belly suplex. It was actually a Becky to belly.
Thanks for meeting me up here.
No problem, but isn't this just a little bit paranoid?
People have been jumping from WWE to Mutiny since the night they invaded. Bayley probably has a set of eyes or ears hanging around here somewhere.
Well, word definitely got back to her about you doing her moves. Did you see her social media rant?
It was hard to miss. I'm already so far under her skin, she's gonna scratch herself raw.
Right? I've never seen a person use so many words to insist they don't care about something.
That'd be the lady protesting too much. One more nudge, I think I'll be able to open Bayley's eyes to how Punk's really using her.
How are you gonna do that?
I'm Irish, darling. I'm just gonna use my words.
Welcome to the return of Ding Dong. Hello! I'm your host, Bayley. And I'm wearing some brand new fancy slacks for the occasion. This week, we have the biggest guest I have ever seen walk through that door. She's an icon, a legend, the former leader of Mutiny, me!
You know, I had this really funny bit about Bayley walking through that door and doing a big pratfall like some cheesy sitcom. But honestly, it's just making me sad. See, I miss Bayley. The real Bayley. My Bayley. I'm doing all this to try and remind her who she really is. You were the heart of the Four Horsewomen. The soul of us. Remember, Bayley? Do you? You were the sun we orbited around, the glue that held us together. You're a leader. If it had really been you in charge of Mutiny, I might not like it, but at least I'd respect the game. But this, following a cult leader like Punk off a cliff, that's not you. That can't be you. If you rang the doorbell and walked through that door, all I'd ask is what the hell happened to my friend. So instead, later tonight, I'm gonna go out there, and when the bell rings, I hope you're standing across from me. It's time we mend our fences.
Becky Lynch invited Bayley to the ring, and it seems Bayley accepted.
I didn't think she would actually show. Look out!
Kyrie Sane from behind.
This was a setup.
Becky was distracted. Now Kyrie's laying in the punches.
The referee's finally getting some control.
It's about damn time.
No, Kyrie's going back. Get up, Becky.
Becky.
And the official calls it. Clearly, they cannot fight any longer.
Becky Lynch just fended off Kyrie Sane's attack and sent her back to Mutiny with a lot of explaining to do.
Well, it might have been Kyrie's hands, but that was Bayley's attack. Until these two former allies get their hands on each other, this war isn't going to stop.
Becky, Becky, Becky. You know, it took me a couple of weeks to figure out why you were so determined to get my attention. Now I see. It's the same thing it's always been with you, Rebecca. Green-eyed envy. You're right. I was the heart and soul of the Horsewomen, and that always ate you up inside. You wanted the little girls wearing your costume. You wanted matches like the one I had in Brooklyn. You seethed at everything I built.
You believe you can cause tension between Punk and me because you think we work by the same code as the WWE locker room. Every person for themselves. You're wrong. Mutiny is different. We're breaking the old hierarchies. You are the one who sold your soul for success, Becky. You call yourself the man when you've been dancing a jig to WWE's tunes since the beginning. Your book tour, your morning show interviews, your fans, all gifts from the machine for being a good little girl. You would throw any friend under the bus to get ahead. Unlike Kairi Sane, who joined Mutiny out of loyalty to our friendship. Loyalty, which you never had. I don't know what you're after, Becky, but I know there's one way to settle it. In the ring. But I'm not the fool you think I am. You're not going to sucker me into a SmackDown trap. Come home to the place that made you, Becky. Come face me at NXT and I'll show you what you really are. A puppet. You're not the only one who can play mind games. Stay tuned.
Are you sure about this, Becky? Seems risky.
Come on. Last time I checked, we're wrestlers. The only way to pull Bayley out of whatever poison daydream Punk sold her on is to face her in the ring.
Which is a great strategy as long as you actually make it to the ring. She's got a whole army down there at NXT. I'm pretty sure you're walking into a trap.
You don't know her. Her ego will drive her to try to beat me one-on-one.
Say you're right. Is CM Punk going to be that honorable? Just let me go down there with you. Somebody needs to get your back.
Punk exposed you as the mastermind behind those masked attacks that brought us all together against Mutiny. I don't need that kind of extra heat surrounding me.
And you believed Punk? Come on, like I could do such a thing.
Look, I appreciate the offer, and I'm happy as hell someone brave enough to walk into the belly of the beast is leading our team into Survivor Series. But no.
Becky, to win the best of 3 series and save this company, we need you to make it to Survivor Series. If Mutiny decides to jump you while you're in their house...
I'm not scared of being attacked. I'm scared I've lost my friend forever. I need to do this. Alone.
The Bayley buddies are back, but that's Becky Lynch.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Dublin, Ireland, the man, Becky Lynch!
There's only one reason Becky's cosplaying with Bayley's old entrance, and that's to get Bayley so angry she makes a mistake. Or several.
Maybe so, Corey, but it could also be a way to remind Bayley of who she used to be.
Wait a minute, that's Bayley dressed like Becky the night she debuted.
And her opponent from San Jose, California,
Like Mutiny, but I have to admit Bayley might be a better dancer than Becky was.
I don't know about that, but you have to think this is going to get under Becky's skin.
Bayley stole Becky's entrance, and now CM Punk's top lieutenant is looking to steal a victory. Becky Lynch got her locked in. Submission move. The disorder here. Disorder by Lynch. Bending the body and weight. Becky Lynch walked into Mutiny's home base and defeated their second in command.
Is tonight the end of this rivalry or a new beginning?
Come on! Come on, Bayley, shake my hand. Come on! This isn't who you are. Please,
She's
Bayley.
going to do it.
Bayley's coming home.
Never! Never!
Damage control? What the heck?
I knew it! I knew Bailey was too far gone.
I never thought I would see those women standing together as a unit again.
You see, Becky? This is what the horsewomen never had. Loyalty. How many times have we all stabbed each other in the back? Again and again and again and again until 4 became 3. You were right about one thing. Mending fences. And so I did. With my real sisters. You might have beaten me in a match, but you lost tonight. Because damage control is mutiny.
Damage control is mutiny, which means WWE is in serious trouble.
I don't think Becky Lynch is worried about mutiny or WWE right now, Byron.
She's thinking about the friend she just lost forever.
We worked as hard as we could to peel Bailey away from Mutiny, but it really feels like we took a loss on this one.
I can see your point.
Come on. I know it doesn't feel great right now, but you did make a dent in their armor, Becky.
Don't get down on yourself, babe. You beat Bailey on Mutiny's home turf. That's sure to cause some internal drama.
I suppose so, but beating Bailey was never the point. I thought it could help her find her way back. There was this moment after the match when I thought I saw the old Bailey. But even that was just a mask while she waited for damage control.
I'm sorry. I feel like I pushed you into this, and now Mutiny is stronger than ever.
First, that's crap. This was my own idea. You didn't push a thing. Second, this might not have been a total win for us, but it wasn't one for Bailey either.
I know we have the hottest couple in WWE, but Mutiny did reunite damage control.
Most of damage control, but not all. I had a talk with Dakota Kai. Turns out we both have versions of Bailey we missed. Dakota's on our side.
We have a mole inside Mutiny? This is amazing. It could change everything.
It could. The only question is, what do we do now to prepare for Survivor Series?
I don't know about anyone else, but I want those Unity titles out of Mutiny's hands.
Agreed. Think you two can get them this time?
We missed out on them once. We are not letting that happen again.
Definitely.
Good. And let's keep our alliance quiet for now. No need to give Punk any more information than we have to.
So you're saying keep our mouths shut and let our fists do the talking?
I suppose I can do that.
Have you two come for a friendly chat, or is this some sort of an ambush?
Neither. Seth and I want a shot at those Unity titles, and you're going to make it happen.
Again? These titles are becoming an obsession for you two.
Doing everything we can to fight Mutiny should be the obsession of every single member of WWE.
Understood. But CM Punk is not about to hand out title shots, especially to a team from our side who already blew their chance.
We figured. What's it gonna take?
The word is that the only way for a team from our side to earn a shot at the Unity Championships is in a 4-way tornado tag match at NXT Mutiny. If you want those titles before Survivor Series, you'll have to run through their best teams.
Punk thinks he's gonna wear us down. Those titles are ours. We're going to finish what we started.
Okay. If you want me to make arrangements, I will. But you'll be walking into the lion's den.
Sounds like a place for us to make a proper statement.
Set it up.
Here are your winners, the team of Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins.
These two just defy the odds and earn themselves a shot at the Unity titles.
Did you see those social media posts? They're trying to sound tough, but we got them rattled.
That's exactly why I'm concerned.
You think Punk's planning something? He probably is. But I've been beating odds since I laced up my boots. He's just another chapter in my story.
We are not going to let him shake us, whatever he tries. This is about more than titles. It's about legacy.
Don't start doubting us now.
Never. I've seen what you both can do. As soon as you said you were willing to fight alongside my partner and I, there was no other choice. But we've all been on the receiving end of Punk's deception before. And I've got a bad feeling about this.
You think there was something more to them saying they were going to make SmackDown a mutiny arena?
Maybe, but they also don't know we're working together. You'll have your hands full with Bailey and Lexis King. We'll patrol the arena and shut down any mutiny interference.
Good. Keep the place clean so we can mop up the ring with them.
It looks like the rumors are true. Mutiny is planning an attack.
But they didn't plan for this.
In position and now muscling up their opponent.
And now it looks like they're done.
Done for now, but I have a feeling this isn't over, Cole.
She whips Bailey into the corner.
And a massive clothesline. Bailey is down. We've seen this before.
A massive whirlwind splash.
And King can't do anything about it.
This will do it.
Chad Patton has stopped counting.
Maybe he forgot what number comes next.
Looks like they're going to remind him.
Wait, Bailey with the roll-up. It's over.
Chad Patton knew how to count that time.
That was a fast count. What the heck is going on here?
Chad Patton is running away with Mutiny before anyone else can argue.
This is a new low. Mutiny has infiltrated the referees.
Are we really surprised at this point when it comes to what Mutiny will do?
Hold on, it looks like Lexis King got left behind.
Yeah, and he's just realizing that right now.
Doesn't look like Lexis King's going anywhere.
Are these four superstars our team for Survivor Series? We may have lost this one, but now Lexis King is going to pay. And the other members of Mutiny are letting it happen.
No honor among thieves.
This could be a preview of Survivor Series.
This doesn't look good for King.
No, it does not.
And down onto the ringside floor.
What a chaotic SmackDown. A longtime WWE official has joined Mutiny.
But Team WWE answered with 4 unstoppable superstars. Survivor Series can't come soon enough.
A crooked referee? Ugh, just when we thought Punk couldn't stoop any lower.
Every day he proves he doesn't have the guts to fight us fair. At least we laid out Lexis.
Which Punk is using as an excuse to step in at Survivor Series. Feels like a setup, another one of his ploys. Let's make sure we're ready.
Well, we could start by telling the GMs to make the match no DQ.
I don't like that.
Well, we've got one episode of SmackDown before Survivor Series. Let's go out to the ring and deliver a message to Mutiny that they can't ignore.
And even though the entire team will be out there, let's make sure Punk knows the message is coming from the two of us.
Then we should lean into our personalities, use what we do best.
Let's show Punk he's not the only one who can craft a clever scheme. Some mind games never hurt. At least, not the one who's playing them.
I like that. I mean, if we could push a wedge between Punk and KO or Bailey, that could really help us.
You remember all those interviews WWE posted after Damage Control broke up?
I do. And if someone was to get their hands on those and do some creative editing...
Mutiny will be too busy questioning each other to focus on us.
This is going to be fun.
And there they are, the team representing WWE at Survivor Series.
Looks like we're going to get some kind of audio-visual presentation.
Bailey has proven she's not a leader. Everything she touches turns to trash.
Bailey's not nearly as smart as she thinks she is.
The obvious person to blame for all the failures is Bailey.
Harsh words from Punk and KO about one of their trusted generals.
And right before Survivor Series? What a bombshell!
You have to believe Mutiny is paying close attention right now.
I assume everyone's laser focused as we head into Survivor Series.
Let's hear what Team WWE has to say.
You know, I've always wondered if the Mutiny minions know how the so-called voice of the voiceless talks about them behind their backs.
Well, they do now. Loyalty in Mutiny comes with an expiration date. Who knows what else they're saying off the record?
Members of Mutiny, if you feel betrayed, WWE will welcome you with open arms!
CM Punk has heard enough.
I don't know where you got that audio, but this whole scheme reeks of desperation. Mutiny isn't built on fragile egos or naive trust. Bailey knows I value her. We're stronger than your petty manipulations.
You seem rattled, Punk. Is it because while you're plotting and planning, your faithful followers are plotting their exits? They're not loyalists. They're opportunists, just like you.
And after Survivor Series, you'll find yourself a leader without an army, without a follower, without a friend.
So, Mutiny isn't loyal? They're gonna leave me all alone? Let's test that theory. 4 of my so-called minions are in your arena right now. As usual, you think you're playing chess, but really, it's just tic-tac-toe. Predictable and easily countered.
Mutiny is here to go tic-tac-toe-to-toe with Team WWE.
Survivor Series can wait, but apparently we can't. Looks like we're about to have a 4-on-4 match right here on SmackDown after this break.
Going right into the pin attempt.
There's 2. An exhausting match, but a victory to savor forever.
Here are your winners. Osborne, Hannah Stone, Seth Rollins, and Becky Lynch.
Team WWE is already running on all cylinders. What a win against Mutiny here tonight.
They certainly look ready for Survivor Series. And as for Mutiny, well, CM Punk has got to be wondering if sending these 4 in was a good idea.
Here we are. The future of WWE rests entirely on our shoulders.
No pressure, though.
I'm telling you, After that leaked audio, Mutiny must be at each other's throats. They can't be on the same page walking into tonight.
Now we just have to keep them off balance.
You have something in mind?
We do have a very powerful shield we could use. Sheamus and LA Knight are ready to answer the call. Either one of them comes walking down the aisle instead of me, KO won't know what to do.
We wanted Seth Rollins on our team because you're the freaking architect. There's nobody we'd rather go into battle with.
The time for talk is over. Let's get out there and start the series with a win.
Better yet, let's make it 2 wins. I don't think we're ever going to get to that 3rd and final Unity title match, no matter what Mutiny tries to pull.
Speaking of their shenanigans, I've heard from Dakota Kai. Damage Control definitely has something in the works for the EO match, but she's not sure what.
I'll watch your 6. We can't trust anyone.
So long as we have this kind of faith in each other, I know I'm going to walk out of Survivor Series on the winning side.
Setting EO up for a suplex here.
Shades of Eddie Guerrero.
Hold on. EO's got backup.
But Team WWE was ready.
Wait a second.
Asuka with the poison mist.
Where did she come from?
EO with a moonsault from out of nowhere.
The genius of the sky had a genius plan.
And that'll do it.
Mutiny has drawn first blood here in Survivor Series, and WWE is on its heels, down 1-0.
You have to wonder if we're even going to see a Unity title match tonight in that 3rd and final contest. Kevin Owens could make this a series sweep of Team WWE.
This night could go from bad to worse.
How's she doing after that missed attack from Asuka?
They're flushing her eyes out in the trainer's room. I think she's angrier than she is hurt, but now we're playing from behind.
It's our own damn fault. How didn't we see Asuka coming?
Overconfidence. We were looking one way and they slipped the knife right in our backs. We're gonna be ready for them this time.
They've used crooked refs, blindside attacks, and chances are that's gonna be the theme of the night. How do we hold them off?
You two head to Gorilla and make sure we don't see a repeat of Kyrie and Bailey's interference.
What are you going to do?
Collect our mad-as-hell partner from the trainer's room. We'll try to stop Mutiny from coming through the crowd.
That sounds like a plan.
When we were kids playing with that old toy WWE ring, you ever imagine that we'd be the last line of defense protecting WWE's future?
As a matter of fact, yeah. Tonight is what I've been imagining for a very long time.
Let's go tie this thing up.
Well, I think we know what Rollins is thinking. No! Stop! Rollins just turned the lights out.
Shoulders down. Picking up the victory as his opponent does his best. Saxton stares up at the lights.
We're back in it, Corey. What a clutch win for Team WWE.
An impressive win over KO, and the series is now tied 1-1. It all comes down to our main event now.
We're right back in this thing.
Kevin Owens got taken apart out there.
It helped that it was finally a fair fight. Did you have to stop Mutiny from interfering?
Nope. I was in Gorilla the whole time and they never showed. You?
Your partner and I split up to cover the crowd and nobody came my way. Maybe they shot their shot with Asuka and Damage Control.
It's possible, but I'd bet Punk and Bailey have another trick or two up their sleeves.
That's what we're expecting. My partner and I have been through just about everything together. We've seen it all. and we're ready for whatever they throw at us.
Where is your partner?
I don't know. You haven't seen her since the last match?
No. Maybe that's why Mutiny never interfered. They were busy attacking her.
I'm going to find her.
You don't have time. You have to get to Gorilla for your match. This is our last chance to stop Mutiny.
We'll find her. You just go out there and win this thing.
This is it. The Civil War is over.
No! Bailey is not ready to give up on the rebellion.
And the referee's helpless since it's no disqualification.
Is that who I think it is?
We thought Mutiny had taken out half of our team.
They may have taken a shot, but this leader of Team WWE isn't going down that easily.
Bailey and Punk don't look so confident all of a sudden.
What they look is scared, Saxton. They see Mutiny crumbling before their very eyes.
Team WWE has Mutiny on the ropes.
Oh, my God.
What? What is happening?
I'll tell you what's happening. We're seeing yet another defection.
At the worst possible time. With everything these two have been through, I never thought I'd see this.
This is a shocking betrayal. It's a choice that can't be taken back.
These two have so much history.
That's what Punk excels at, Saxton. Divisiveness.
You should have seen this coming!
You hear that? You should have seen this coming.
Maybe we all should have.
Come on, you made your point.
It's what Mutiny's done for months, beating WWE in the most humiliating way possible.
Go to sleep!
This is tough to watch. No, don't count it. Come on.
The referee doesn't have a choice.
It's over.
Mutiny has prevailed, and WWE will never be the same.
Is it even WWE anymore? I never thought I'd see this day come.
Is there anyone who somehow can reclaim the legacy of this company?
I think it might be too late.
There's nothing left to say here. This is disgusting.
What I did tonight in the ring, taking a stand for myself, that felt good. It's been a while since I've had a chance to drop dead weight. Since I moved away from a childhood friend, in fact. Though, I'm glad we stayed close. If we hadn't, you would have never reached out, expecting me to drop everything I had going on and jump in to rescue you. When I agreed to help, I said I was looking for a bit of change. An opportunity to do something like this. I was looking for an opportunity to finally put myself front and center. Not just be a sidekick to someone who always puts themselves first. That's what CM Punk gave me. The chance to eliminate the world of fabricated first draft picks, self-obsessed brass ring grabbers, and anyone too stubborn to see the light of change coming to this industry. So, to my former childhood bestie, let me be clear. If I had known what was ahead of me all those years ago, I would have taken your kickball and befriended those new kids that moved in. Because I had no reason to stay loyal to someone who constantly made everything about themselves. But now that I see clearly, I'm with people who actually care about me and my future. I'm the one standing tall, not letting you make decisions for me anymore. And you lost. Everything.
Thanks for making the time to come in today.
I know I'm not even a part of WWE anymore, so I appreciate you bringing me in. Although, if I'm being honest, I hope to hear from you sooner. Especially since I've been reaching out ever since Survivor Series.
To say things have been complicated would be an understatement. I'm sure you've been following on social media.
It's hard to avert your eyes from a dumpster fire.
Good. Then you know Mutiny's taken over Raw and SmackDown and put their people in charge of everything.
Ah, there it is.
What?
You've lost control. You called an uprising best for business because you thought you could control them, and now they're in charge. Becky Lynch, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, they were all convinced you were secretly running Mutiny. I know it turns out you weren't, but you could not have done a better job helping them if you were.
Listen, this isn't about me. This is about the future of this company. Mutiny has put everything at risk. We're supposed to be on the road to WrestleMania, and they've decided to cancel the Royal Rumble. Why bother when CM Punk has probably already decided he's main eventing? Mutiny is dismantling everything, and they're showing no signs of stopping.
So now you've decided you want Mutiny out. Fine. Let me take care of them. If you still have the power, reinstate my contract and give me the chance to get revenge and fix this.
I can't give you a new WWE contract.
Then why am I here?
Mutiny has my hands tied. And as much as the board would love to see you teach Punk and your former partner a lesson, you'd need an army to take them on. With the kind of chokehold they have on the company right now, it would be damn near impossible for you to get anyone on the current roster to help you.
Great. So we're just here to talk about how you've given up?
Oh, I haven't given up. And I don't think you have either. Like I said, I don't think anyone on the current roster can help you.
Ah, there's the old cerebral assassin.
Yeah, he's still in there when I need him. But I can also be pretty bold. Just like you. I think you can use that to your advantage. It's your call who to recruit to your army.
Interesting. I know you said no one on the current roster can help, but... If Punk wants to spout nonsense about breaking down barriers, maybe it's time I meet him halfway and open some doors. Even the forbidden ones.
Good. Then I'll leave you to it.
TBD! I know you expected to see Josie Jane versus Paragon J. Pierce tonight, but there's been a change of plans. This match is now a triple threat.
That was a lot of fun. Thanks for letting me jump in that match, Geneva. Appreciate it.
The most talked about WWE superstar turned free agent who hasn't shown their face in public since epically getting fired at Survivor Series reaches out and asks to be on a TBD show? I can't imagine anything that would get more buzz.
Short of holding your partner's career hostage with a napkin contract?
Touché. So, do you think your plan to take down Mutiny will work?
There's only one way to find out. And if there's anything that will get under my former partner's skin, it's using a bunch of people she used to work with to take her and Punk down. Do you think the indie wrestlers will be game?
Like you said, there's only one way to find out. Good luck.
Well, look who just showed up and put himself into a match.
Josie, Paragon, I didn't come to cause a stir. I came because I respect both of you. And because I need your help. Well, help from you and all of your indie friends in taking down Mutiny.
Listen, Josie and I both did our time at WWE. Great experience, but we moved on. I saw how your time at WWE ended. Not pretty. There's a whole world of wrestling out there. A lot of other rival promotions. I don't need to tell you that. You can find a place somewhere else, like we did.
You're not wrong, but this is personal. You saw what my former partner did to me after I brought her in, trusted her. If someone did that to either of you, you would just let it go? In this business, we rely on trust. We have to stick together. With your indie background, you both get that.
He makes a convincing argument, Paragon.
Yeah, he's great at flattery, too. But we already know indie wrestlers are the perfect group to save the future of the business.
So you'll help?
Maybe. But you said you needed more than us, right? It's a fine line with our crew. Respect is earned, not given. You can't just show up, ask Geneva to put you in a match, and then expect everyone to fall in line behind you.
It's one thing to face us in a normal triple threat. You need to prove you're as tough as an indie wrestler.
Let's see if he can hang in a TBD rules match.
Name the time and the place.
Here, now.
You're on.
Love the fire. Bring that to the ring. Who do you want to face?
You're not the only Paragon in town, Pierce. Let's go. Was that enough to impress you and your indie crew?
You're lucky I'm so motivated to take down Mutiny that I'd let you win.
Hold on. Let me win? Right.
Either way, imagine how the suits at WWE are going to feel when they're rescued by an indie wrestler they let go.
So, you'll help me?
Yeah, me and the rest of the crew. So what's the plan?
Mutiny's been launching attacks against WWE since the beginning. I want to take a page out of their playbook and hit them on their home turf. At NXT.
Now that's a plan worthy of Paragon J. Pierce. It's not like me to fly under the radar, but I think you're right. Indie wrestlers are perfect for this. No one will suspect a group of former superstars visiting friends or local talent just keeping their heads down. Then, boom.
Exactly. Boom.
Apparently, CM Punk has some sort of major announcement regarding WrestleMania. I can't wait.
Mutiny Universe! What I have proven the past few months is that it only takes a spark to start a fire. One person to take a stand and change the trajectory of the whole business. Speaking of changing the business, let's address all those rumors about the WrestleMania main event. Surprise! It's bigger than that. This year, with Mutiny in charge, we're holding WrestleMania CM! And of course, yours truly will headline Mutiny's biggest show against...
What the hell?
Sorry, Punk. Change of plans.
Finn Balor trying to figure out what's going on.
Oh my God! Is that Chosen?
They've infiltrated the infiltrators.
Indie wrestlers attacking Mutiny. Who all is in on this?
3D through the table. Mutiny's never faced anything like this before.
La Conga Hita Loca! These indie invaders are pulling out all the stops.
I think this has Punk's attention.
Bailey and KO are going to try to level the playing field. Good luck.
It looks like Mutiny is completely off their game.
All hell has broken loose here at Mutiny's home base.
It's about time someone took a stand against them.
Josie Jane and Paragon J. Pierce are here.
And look who's with them. Mutiny's nemesis is back.
That's right. You better run.
This is unbelievable.
No, Corey, this is beautiful.
Punk's been fooling around, and now he's going to find out.
Looks like Punk didn't want a taste of his own medicine.
Punk's hightailing it so fast, he didn't have time to blow a kiss. Is Punk going to get away? You gotta be kidding me.
Not this time. Maybe we'll finally get some justice.
Punk had to expect this after everything he's put him through.
Into the steel door.
Punk's in trouble here.
From behind.
We gotta go.
The SOB is gonna get away again.
Punk may have escaped, but this battle has been won. We're getting word that all of Mutiny is fleeing their home base of the Performance Center.
Mutiny has fallen.
It's about damn time.
First, I just want to thank Mutiny for welcoming us into their home. I hope you like what we've done with the place. It was so nice to see all my old friends tonight, especially one in particular. I'm sorry you had to run, but now that I'm back, we'll have plenty of time to catch up. Because we have a lot to talk about. You picked the wrong side. You followed a guy who likes to stir the pot, rile people up, all in the name of being some sort of holier-than-thou martyr who somehow always knows better than everybody else. CM Punk. Maybe you did once speak truth to power, but now I think you're so angry about what you still haven't been able to accomplish that you use your words to mask the selfish, entitled, arrogant brat that you've become. Or maybe that's who you've always been. It's clear to me. This was no mutiny for the good of the people. What you led was a power grab, designed to replace a monarch with a dictator. You're even more corrupt than the thing you hate. But don't worry, Punk. Me and my indie friends aren't even close to finished. Oh, and your precious performance center? This is ours now. Want it back? Give me a match, and let's settle this once and for all.
What a night! What a takeover!
Baron Blade, what are you doing here?
Geneva let it slip what you had planned. No way was I going to miss it, especially not when so many of your indie teammates have passed through BCW. In a way, you could say that BCW infiltrated Mutiny.
You definitely could say that.
You know, I actually used to train here at the PC.
Really?
Yeah, before I founded BCW. Hardly anyone remembers that. Sometimes it feels like I was a whole different person. But enough about me. What about you and Mutiny? Your people versus theirs on SmackDown? Who you taking with you? Mutiny doesn't stand a chance.
It's Team WWE here for one final Mutiny battle.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 912 pounds, Osborne, chosen Paragon J. Pierce, and Cole Quinn.
The leader of this team struck right at the heart of Mutiny and forced this winner takes all final showdown.
It's not over until CM Punk and every one of his flunkies pay for what they've done and never show their faces again.
Mutiny's last stand is about to begin, and Team WWE looks ready. CM Punk's revolution has all come down to this.
And CM Punk and a Stone! Kevin Owens and Bayley!
It's hard to even look at these treasonous backstabbers, but hopefully we won't have to look at them much longer.
If it's hard for us, imagine how bad it is for the leader of Team WWE. He's got to be seething that the woman he brought in to fight Mutiny is now one of its last soldiers. It's WWE versus Mutiny one last and final time.
Fires back with a crucial elbow. Getting right away into the pin. 2!
And just like that, the nightmare that was Mutiny is officially over.
Normally I'd say that's overly dramatic, Saxton, but not after everything we've been put through.
CM Punk is clearly not happy with the outcome. Mutiny may be finished, but I have a feeling there's still business to be settled.
Looks like we're going to have some words exchanged here.
No! You don't get to just walk away. You told the world at Survivor Series just how disposable you think I am. So now, it's my turn. I always thought that the two of us had a special bond, that we were lucky to have found each other so young. But you only liked me because I was the kid with the pool, the video games, the only one who had your back when you got in trouble. I was convenient. So when you had the opportunity to jump to something even more convenient at Survivor Series, you didn't even give it a second thought. But for what? Power without responsibility? An easier road? A match at the showcase of the Immortals? WrestleMania CM against some hand-picked opponent? Don't worry. I'll make sure you still get a match at the real WrestleMania against me! We do have a bond. I know you better than anyone. I know your weaknesses, your flaws, your fears. I know everything, which is why I know exactly how to tear you apart at WrestleMania!
Does this mean we're getting WrestleMania this year after all?
And I think we have our main event.
I can't wait for these two to finally settle their issues at WrestleMania.
Man, does it feel great to be at WrestleMania. The real WWE version. I don't know if I could have stomached that Punk-branded nonsense. It was a hectic few weeks getting everything together last minute, but we pulled it off.
Shows what you can accomplish when we work as a team, not as an individual who puts their own interests first.
I have a feeling I know who you're talking about there.
I guess we all learned a lesson. In hindsight, it was a mistake to give CM Punk as much leeway as you did. Letting him take over an entire WWE brand with Mutiny and giving him a real opportunity at Survivor Series? But I bet you never thought he would take it so far.
A mistake? I'm not sure about that. Everything worked out in the end, didn't it? I put my faith and confidence in you, and you delivered. May have been a few bumps in the road, but look at us now. Standing here at WrestleMania before what's sure to be an epic main event with everything right in the world.
It'll be a lot better after I win this match. But then we'll have to have a real conversation.
A real conversation about what?
About the issues that led to all this. Punk and Mutiny were just a symptom of problems that we really have. Problems that aren't going to go away with Punk and my former partner.
I know. And I'm going to insist on a thorough review of all our policies and practices after WrestleMania.
We don't need a review. We need change. And I'm going to bring it.
I look forward to working with you to bring about that change.
You had your chance. I think I'll take it from here.
Well, it is official. I have a job again.
I see what you did there. Good to see you again, Adam. Welcome back.
Thank you. And thank you for everything you did to take care of Mutiny.
It was no problem. Well, to be honest, it was a lot of problem. But I'm glad it's done. Just one final loose end to tie up.
So, what are your plans?
Well, this WrestleMania match is looming pretty large on my mind right now.
I'm sure, but I mean after that. You have some influence here now. I overheard what you said to Triple H earlier. I know you won't go all Punk on us, but what do you have in mind? Any thought about the former Mutiny members?
I believe in forgiveness. Some of them had valid grievances. Bringing them back into the fold and actually hearing their issues may be more fruitful for WWE in the long run.
Any big changes you'd like to see tackled first? Punk's mutiny destroyed all our plans. But maybe that means there's an opportunity to tweak or reinvent some things.
Honestly, after such a big deviation, I want to return to form a little bit, re-establish some structure, and then start mixing things up.
Not a bad strategy. Let everyone catch their breath first. I respect it. But I've taken up enough of your time before your big match. We'll catch up later. Good luck out there tonight.
Thanks, Adam.
It's the man who's out for ultimate payback.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Hamburg, Germany, weighing in at 265 pounds,
That superstar has been looking for retribution since Survivor Series.
With good reason, Saxton. Revenge is a dish best served cold, and a chill just came over this WrestleMania arena.
This man has been put through hell, and he's ready to return the favor. This woman's going to pay the price right here at WrestleMania.
And his opponent from Manchester, England, Hannah Storm.
the whole WWE Universe has had such high hopes for this superstar. The WrestleMania moment wasn't supposed to look like this.
It's like the old saying goes, you become the thing you hate.
There's the...
As their opponent...
Crucifix bomb!
No way you can fully recover after that.
2. Kick out. Thought that was the end of her.
It was almost all over for her. It does not get much closer to 3 than that.
It is...
Oh, and soon we could be seeing a submission here. Dragon Sleeper, a plug.
This match is over. Not only has a personal score been settled, but the final remnant of Mutiny has been cleared for WWE.
Good riddance.
A clear statement has been made tonight. Long live the showcase of the Immortals.
It'll outlive us all, Michael. When good people stand up for what they believe in, they can turn back an entire rebellion.
Now that the mutiny is over, it's time to start thinking about what's next.
At least we know we're in good hands with this superstar leading the way.
For Byron Saxton, Corey Graves, I'm Michael Cole, and this was WWE WrestleMania.